Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be tackling how to draw a portrait using graphite pencils, and in this tutorial we'll be focusing on the eyes only. So this is the first part of 2-3 more videos so that you will be able to follow along with me how to get a really realistic drawing. For these tutorials I chose a nice picture of Zendaya that I found on Google. It was not black and white, so I just modified it so that I can just simply use graphite pencils. Now, to achieve a realistic drawing using graphite, it is extremely important to focus on contrast and smoothness. You can achieve a great contrast by using different pencils. So in this tutorial, I will be using B2B for B, and then in future tutorials, you'll see that I will add more and more shadows and achieve the right contrast by using 6B and the black polychromos pencil from Faber-Castell. But anyway, you start by applying a first layer, the first mid-tone layer using B. Then you blend using a cotton pad or some tissues, or in my case a blending stump, and then you keep increasing the addition of darker and darker values by going from B to 2B to 4B, and always blending in between. So as I mentioned few seconds ago, the other important thing that you really need to focus on to achieve a realistic look is a smooth drawing. And to achieve this, you can blend the pigment of your pencils by using a cotton pad, blending stumps, a piece of tissue, or a brush. Throughout these tutorials, I will be using a bit of everything, so you can see the differences, but the main thing that you can take out from this is that if you want to blend completely everything, you should be using a blending stamp. If you want to blend but still like leave sort of the pigment of the pencil, you can use a brush or a tissue, whereas if you want to achieve something in between, you can use a cotton pad. So basically, according to the level of smoothness and blending that you want to achieve, you can use different utensils. Now, as I said before, I started the first layer with a B pencil, and I now go in with a really small blending stamp to make sure that the first layer is smooth. And then I pick up the 2B pencil and I add the darker mid-tones, and every time that I do this, I keep looking at the reference photos. And then the process is basically the same. You just have to be patient and make sure that you put down pigment and tones, and then you blend and you go back and forth like this. Before we move on and we focus on the eyelashes and on the highlights, which are basically the two other tips that you really need to focus on to achieve realism, I wanted to talk a bit about myself, because I realized that you don't know much about me. So I am actually a biomedical engineer, and I'm doing a PhD in computational modeling and deep learning machine learning of cardiac electrophysiology. So it's not quite the same as drawing and painting. I spend a lot of time in front of a computer coding and reading papers, writing papers, and so on. And I've always had this strong passion for art since I was a kid, and I think it is something that is a trait hidden in my family, because my mom's uncle is an actual artist. My mom has always loved drawing, and she's actually amazing, and she's never taken taking any lessons, and I've always drawn time to time when I had time. I never went to art school, never taken any art lessons. But then during the second, or just before the second lockdown, I realized that I should have spent more time nourishing this passion of mine, and this is why around September I started drawing almost every weekend by looking at tutorials and reading books, and so on and so forth. And then just before Christmas, or let's say probably just after Christmas, I started drawing during the week in the evenings when I was not working, and then a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, I just decided to start drawing from references without using tutorials anymore, because I felt confident and I felt like I was improving, and now I'm making tutorials for people a bit like me, or for absolute beginners that really want to improve fast. But anyway, going back to the tutorial, now I am done with the 4 layers, and I am pulling out the highlights using a monoeraser. If you don't have it, even if you're a beginner, I would suggest investing in one, because it is really useful to basically pull out really small highlights, which are really difficult to do which is really difficult to do if you don't have one, by just using a rubber. And then what I do is I focus on the eyelashes, and I first use the 2B pencil really lightly, and then I go back in with the 4B pencil and I blend a bit the base of the eyelashes to give it a really realistic look. And then I do the same procedure on the other side, and I follow the same pipeline. So this is it for this first part of the tutorial, and if you are not subscribed, please click that red button and turn on the notification bell, because I will be posting more videos like this. And also, as I said, this is only the first part of many more videos to come on how to achieve a realistic drawing. And if you want to improve along with me, I think this channel is the perfect opportunity, because I don't have an art background, but I still want to nourish this passion, and I was still able to improve fast. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.